This is the new GWM P Series, and this Bakkie promises to be the answer for those looking not to break the bank, but still want to live the Bakkie lifestyle. So double cab Bakkies have come a long way in South Africa, purely because consumers need something that can give you the best of both worlds. On the one hand, you want something that you can do all the hardcore stuff you want to do in a Bakkie. And then on the other hand, you need to do the everyday things such as taking the kids to school, going grocery shopping, and even going mountain biking. And as a result, it's created this lifestyle Bakkie segment that we see today. This is a very competitive segment and a very tricky one because you've got nameplates that are very popular that rule the roost, but we all love an underdog story. So when it comes to a new Bakkie in the market, it's either you get it right or you miss the mark completely. Let's just hope these guys have hit the nail right on the head. With the introduction of the P Series, GWM hopes to make a dent in both the higher end of the commercial vehicle segment as well as the lower end of the lifestyle double cab segment, both of which make up the most popular vehicle segments in the country, the humble Bakkie. The passenger variant starts from 434,900 for the 4x2 LS model and tops out at 544,900 for the top-of-the-range 4x4 LT model. The P Series range comes with a 5-year 100,000 km warranty as well as a 5-year 100,000 km service plan. The specs of the vehicle keep on amazing us. For instance, we have got a 2-litre turbocharged diesel engine. It produces 120 kilowatts and 400 Newton meters of torque. Well, what I can tell you is that off the bat, this Bakkie drives like a car. And that is probably one of the biggest compliments you can give any Bakkie. It's one thing to make something that is meant to go off-road, but then driving day to day is where you battle when it comes to other Bakkies. There's no agricultural feeling in this Bakkie at all. Instead, it just feels like I'm in an SUV. And a lot of that has got to do with the gearbox. Because this car uses a ZF 8-speed gearbox, it makes the ride that much more smoother. It doesn't feel like I'm going farming. And yes, there is a normal measure of bounciness that you can expect from a Bakkie like this. But right now, with no load in this car, I must say, the ride quality is very good. Turbo lag is however evident as you pull off, followed by a jolt of power and torque that kicks in at 2000 RPM. The auto gearbox is smooth and helps keep fuel consumption to a claimed 9.4 liters per 100 kilometers. So one of the biggest challenges we face with Bakkies are the size of the vehicles. For instance, this P Series is huge on the road. It's impossible not to notice. So we decided to give this Bakkie a bit of a challenge, an everyday challenge. Call it the Parkhurst Coffee Run, because as we know, Parkhurst has got some of the most bustling streets and parking bays that are tiny. So if it can make it out here, we know it can really work in our lifestyle. But this Bakkie does have a nice trick up its sleeve. It's got a 360-degree camera, which I'm going to use now, and hopefully I don't look like an idiot parking this car. As easy as that, thanks to the 4 cameras giving me a 360-degree view of my surroundings. The passenger P Series models are available with a variety of semi-autonomous driving systems, which includes adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency brake, lane keeping assistance, traffic sign recognition, as well as traction and vehicle stability control. So looking at the design of the GWM P Series, the rear of the vehicle has got to be one of my favorite parts of the car because the lights look futuristic, but overall, the outside of the vehicle really looks good. And generally, in a situation like this, you'd think it's too good to be true because you think normally on the inside is where they're going to let you down. But coming and sitting inside this new P Series, again, I'm highly impressed. You can really see that they've taken some time to really think out the design process. You've got Apple CarPlay, you've got inductive charging, the infotainment system is quite intuitive. So everything you really need from a technology perspective is all there. The passenger P Series double cab lineup is only available in 8-speed automatic and comes equipped with an electronic handbrake, steering wheel mounted shift paddles, keyless entry, and push button start. So stepping inside the rear of the P Series, it's pretty much standard Bakkie sizing. Now there are a few features that I'd like to point out. One of them being the fact that this car has got a 220-volt charger here, so it makes it much easier for people who are on the go or perhaps doing long trips. Overall, just like the front seats, the rear seats do feel very comfortable. I wouldn't mind sitting in the back of this car for a long road trip. Another nifty feature I do like is this. Those of you who have driven Bakkies and used them in many applications know how irritating it can be to get to that side of the trunk. And just like that, I'm in the load bin. And as you can see, there's plenty of space here. I think if I wanted to, I could have a nap here. Or even if you're a bit of a Bakkie romantic, you can have a picnic here. Or even if you close this thing up, you can have a mobile pool. The Bakkie is your oyster. I'm very impressed by the P Series. Yes, it's not a perfect car. There are little niggles here and there that I'd like them to sort out. For instance, that turbo lag can be a bit vicious from time to time. But overall, when it comes to ride and handling, build quality, and tech, the new GWM P Series is right up there with the competition. But what I love the most about it is that it's car first, Bakkie second, which makes it perfect for a lifestyle consumer.